In southeast Missouri, there was a port authority, an inland port authority, an almost $20 million bridge grant was announced the other day that allows that inland port with 2 new rail lines to become much more multimodal than it's been before. What's going to happen in world food demand, critically important. No country in the world is better suited than we are to meet the doubling of world food demand between now and 2050, the doubling of the biggest area of commerce on the world. But our inland ports in that discussion become particularly important. Both the Congress and, in this case, the Missouri General Assembly paying attention to the inland port structure like they haven't before. That is the biggest single piece of contiguous agricultural ground in the world is the Mississippi River Valley. And unlike the others in the world that may be almost as big, it has its own built-in transportation network. The Mississippi River, the Missouri, the Ohio, the Arkansas, the Illinois, the other rivers that flow into the Mississippi River create that network that now linked through the Panama Canal. Easily, you go to Asia. If you don't go through the Panama Canal, you easily get to either to the east coast of our country or you get to Europe and Africa. It is a great opportunity for us, and that kind of investment makes that opportunity more likely to pay the kind of dividends we would hope it would pay. In September of this year, Congress passed and the President signed the Energy and Water Appropriations Bill, which included $25 million for the Delta Regional Authority, an authority designed to benefit a part of our country where the early focus on labor-intensive occupations, particularly farming, has given way to a different kind of looking at that part of our economy without thinking about what happened to rural communities and the rural workforce as that moved on. Broadband is part of that, and I think we're going to see that continue to be a big part of what goes on in the future. But whether it's small ports, the Mississippi River and Tributaries Project, the St. Genevieve National Historic Park, the President signed that bill in March. St. Genevieve with French architecture that goes back to the late 1700s and the very early 1800s, unique in the kind of agriculture, of architecture that's preserved there. Some of the oldest buildings, certainly in the middle of the country and in some cases in the entire west of the Mississippi are there, and we're moving forward, I hope even yet this week, to do a couple of additional things that make that historic park work and be open to people from all over the world. The French ambassador wants to go there in the near future as an example of seeing what we're doing to maintain those buildings that are reflective of a different part of our heritage than we have in most of the country.